Hey, big issue with prospecting, and I don't know why it only dawned on me the other day. I've been talking about prospecting a lot from various angles, trying to show you why you might be struggling with prospecting and why it makes you feel inauthentic, shy, awkward, all those kind of things. And I touched on the efficiency or lack of the efficiency of prospecting at some stage, but not on that specific aspect of conversation with people just to throw my stuff in. It felt very uncomfortable. I couldn't last. I feel prospects to come to me instead, and I talk about this stuff here at VIE now. And I've been thinking a lot about how to talk about these still very, very, very strong beliefs in network marketing in a way that reaches other network marketers, in a way that it's understandable. Because in some cases, here is the thing, when something is very simple, people miss it. Their mind tends to message. I just got a message trying to reconnect. I hope everything is fine. I'm not sure if you could see me for a few seconds. So anyway, the thing is that so many things that are simple, people tend to not pay attention because people mind works the way that if something gives results, especially if we're talking about big results, it must be difficult. But in fact, marketing is very simple. Marketing is actually very simple, and I think that's the reason why a lot of network marketers are not getting it. And obviously, we have this belief we need to prospect. We have this belief from decades ago from our uplines. We have this belief because they tell us how easy it is. Just talk to people, just share it, your products share, sell themselves and so on. However, there's a big problem with prospecting, and that problem actually makes, I think it's one of the most of the key problems, the main problems that make network marketers deviate from marketing is specifically from marketing. And I told you many times, if you watch some of my videos, that if you do the marketing right, then selling is very easy. Then you don't feel icky. Then you don't feel salesy. Then you don't have to do any pushy things. You don't have to apply any high pressure techniques and all that kind of stuff. But network marketers are not taught marketing. But the problem about prospecting that I want to talk about is makes prospecting very inefficient, on top of all the things like making you shy and feeling awkward and that kind of stuff. So I'll give you the comparison of what you have to do when you prospect and what you have to do, what your process looks like when you market. So here's the thing. Every business, absolutely every business, if you want to be successful in the business, is about problem solving, and that's fine. Network marketers mostly understand this thing. It's about solving problems. But however, there is very significant difference between marketing and prospecting, and is this. When you prospect, what do you do? What do most network marketers do? They first approach people, then they build rapport with these people, build relationships with these people, and then they sort of steer the conversation to starting talking about their opportunity or products or both, which is the worst. And so basically trying to understand during the rapport and relationship building process, they try to understand if the person has the problem they are solving. And the worst thing is that very often the person doesn't even have that problem, or the person doesn't want to solve that problem, but the network marketer, after doing so much work, spending so much time and effort talking to this person, in their mind they have this idea that this person now should want my stuff. They have to want my stuff. My stuff is good and they need to want this stuff. It's gonna do good for them. And they talk to them from that point of view, to this person, and this person goes like, oh, okay, so that's what it was about. Okay, oh, so it's all this chitty chat and weather and your family and your and job and my job and hobbies and stuff. It was only for you to offer me something I don't even want. And at the end of the day, I don't even know you that well. So what happens is, basically, you approach a random person, you build rapport with this person, and then you try to squeeze them into that situation where they need to somehow see that they want the stuff that you have and they buy from you. Now, what's different with actually marketing? And the other bad part of this process is that a lot of network marketers don't even know what problem they're solving. Okay, and I needed to add this point because now I'm going to tell you how you do it when you actually market. So when you market, you first of all, the very first thing you do is understand the main problem you are solving. That's the start. That's step one. Understand the main problem you are solving. Either it's your opportunity, your opportunity solves one problem, your product solves other problem. If you have a big range of products, all these different ranges, all these different types of your products solve, again, different problems. But when you have your problem, the main problem you're solving, and you choose what problem you're solving based on many different things, market research, your own preference, do you have your own story and things like that. But when you have that figured out, then you figure out who are those people who have that problem and want to get it solved. What happens there? The big difference here, you know what's the problem you're solving, and now you don't go talk to random people. You figure out who are the people who want to solve the problem that you're solving. Super important. Major difference. You don't talk to random people. You don't spend time building these awkward, what I call scripted relationships. And guess what? Talking to the person, if you talk to them in the right way, do you think it's much easier to talk to somebody who you already know, because that's how you found them? You already know they have and want to solve the problem you're solving. You already know that. They might not know you know, but you know, right? And you talk about specific things to them. And you skip these multi-day, multi-week sometimes conversations, relationship building about everything and anything. I was drowning in these conversations. They still felt uncomfortable. I was still worried that I have to start talking about my opportunity to these people at some point. And so often I never started. It's crazy. I was too shy. I was too afraid. I didn't want to offend these people. It felt inauthentic and so on. But with marketing, you first understand your problem. Then you figure out who wants your stuff. Then you talk to them in a particular way, right? Which is much easier. And it's not it's not talking, it's not saying buy my stuff is good, you look, you have this problem, I have this stuff. It's not that way. You talk about, you help them, you give them tips, you educate them. And what happens then when you help them and educate them, they start seeing you as an authority, and they come to you and ask you, okay, so do you have a solution? Or I think you have something, it might be worth looking at it, or can I get more information? Or if you produce content that I call my preferred way to build relationships, one-to-many, or passive relationship building, I use this term sometimes as well. If you can produce content about your topic, post it so that many people see that content. At the same time, it's way more efficient. And when they see that you are solving their problems already before they even bought anything from you, guess what? Are they more likely to buy from you? So that's a major difference. Major difference. You don't talk to random people when you market. Imagine how much time you actually save. Imagine what other things you can do when you save this time. Imagine how much faster your business can actually grow. And imagine how much frustration and shyness and awkwardness you remove when you do it that way. But when you are talking to the person who wants to solve their problem. And how do you know? Because they are looking for this stuff, they are searching, they are doing Google search, they are in groups on social media around that topic. That's how you know. It's very simple. Back in the day, these things weren't possible, but now they are possible, and it's so much easier. Just save yourself the frustration. Don't approach random people. Start with figuring out what is the main problem you're solving. It's not about you. Talk to somebody, you build relationships, and then you figure out how you throw your stuff in and squeeze them into that prospect, into the situation that you are solving, if you know what you're solving, because most networkers still don't know. And instead, define the problem, define the people, and then put yourself in front of them. So I hope this made sense. I wish more network marketers understood this stuff. It would be so much easier for them, so much more efficient, and so much less quitting, because the numbers in our industry are terrible, and it's unfair. It's unfair. There is a better way. And by the way, grab my the Shy Networkers Cure at tveesnow.com/get-cure if you want to get more insight into how the process works when you actually attract your ideal prospects to you without having to do any awkward stuff. And thanks very much for watching. And if you have any thoughts or any questions, go ahead and add them in the comments if you're watching me. Anyway, let me know if you're watching and where you're coming from to watch this. I would love to know. And anyway, thanks again. Have a nice day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.